Hi there and welcome back to week 2 of the Facebook challenge, which is using up your paper pad scraps. I'm using up Tim Holtz and I've got a big wad of them. So I've sorted through some today. I don't know if this will be a video or 2 videos. I think realistically I'll be doing the 6x6, the 8x8 and the little ones probably in the Tim Holtz series when I get to that, because as we saw last week, you know, that wedge of scraps took 2 videos to finish. So obviously the challenge only goes on for 4 weeks. I can obviously carry it on after, like I did, you know, I turned the Junket July into kind of Trash Tuesday. So this is like the next pile of scraps. So they're all different, you know, sizes, thicknesses, widths, and so forth. So I've picked the kind of strippy things out, and I've just sat here having a bit of a play. So I'm just going to move those to one side for now, and I've got another pile here. Now this first lot will be pretty quick to do. Let me just check. I've got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's for something else. So yeah, these are this pile, and this pile are all out of this pile. So we shall see. But first I thought we'll do something just really quick. I did this not too long ago in, I think it was in one of Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah's mass makes, and it was just easy pockets. And as I was going through, I thought these are kind of lending themselves to that, you know, pocket this way. Not like you can't have pockets going that way, of course, but for now I just thought, yes, straight away I can do some pockets with these, and I've turned them the way that I want them to be. You know, I've chose this side instead of that side. So all I'm literally going to do is just score 1/2 inch at that side, turn it round 1/2 inch across the bottom, and 1/2 inch across the other side. So I'll just do that with all of them. Again, I won't be decorating in this challenge, but all the pieces that I'm making will, you know, pop up at some point, and we will be decorating. We'll probably have to have a few weeks of you know, finishing unfinished stuff. So the cycle goes on, doesn't it? From scraps to unfinished stuff to, oh, I just need to do a bit more to it, to, right, I'm making a project with it. So just to go through several processes before it's ready. But that's, you know, if you mass making things, it's the easiest, most, well, I think it's the most time efficient way to do things. If you're only making one of something, then yeah, well, for me, I think it's waste time getting your stuff out. I mean, obviously I'm going to be doing lots of Tim Holtz things. If you know, you just make a journal for yourself, you write in it, you fill it, and then you make another journal. I think the way I would do it is think, how many journals do I use in a year? What journals am I gonna want? And through the year, I would mass make them. I'd get all the paper pads that I wanted to use, all the digitals, and I'd still do it in one go. Like I kind of do the Roxy challenge a lot of the times. Any upcoming projects, I'll kind of do, oh, that was a bit of a, and then I'm just going to mitre the top off, like so. And there we have a nice large pocket. So I'll just sit and do those. Yeah, sometimes I'll do them in different papers because you know, I know what my upcoming projects are going to be. So I'll make the same thing but just in different papers. I'm having trouble seeing the lines on these papers. I think these will probably be best left flat anyway. So, because they'll just store better. But I might as well do that, because otherwise I will come to these pieces and think, oh, I've not done anything with these. Because I've found some things in the scraps what look like journal cards. They just, you know, the papers, but they've been like cut to size and rounded off and inked around. So, but then they must have, because I'd not backed them or anything, I must have just thought at some point, oh, these are scraps. But actually I must have just been using them as journal card bases, and just not finished them off. So again, mask making videos, especially using scraps, I think make for quite boring videos, but yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna use my scraps up, am I? So I don't know how many pockets we've got here, but we've probably got half a dozen. Probably I'm going to end up having to cut those properly when I come to use them, but so you can see they was kind of this size, but you know, pockets come in all shapes and sizes. Obviously I could do this with much smaller scraps and get a much smaller pocket, but these are the kind of size pockets that I like. And these big ones, they're not kind of the size that you'll get in a kit and things, so that's why I like to make some bigger pockets. So I'm just gonna do all those. Yeah, I think we've got 6 or 7 there. So that's some pockets. Obviously you can do it with papers going that way. Let's do one. So same again. Still doing the 3 sides. Oh, I think I would have it. I'd have the blue side. And again, anything blue on me, once I sort through everything that I've made in this series, I will be popping those in my blue tub. So they will probably pop up when I do some bird journals. So, and that's them that way. So you can see kind of what size is good, but like I say, any size, because pockets come in all different sizes. Right, so that's some easy pockets made. Next, let's go through the ears. Leave those two till last. So matchbox kind of matchbook kind of things. So these, if I get the roll of that, I can just give you a rough idea of kind of the pieces that I'm using. So these are like three across. I think you could get away with scraps as small as 2.5 for this type thing. and then just folding the bottom up like so and the top like so. Okay, now let's do they want straightening up? I don't think that one does, and I don't think that one does. So all I'm going to do is ink where I'm not going to be able to ink once it's together. Okay, I think that's the only part. With these, you can round your corners if you wanted. I'm going to keep mine unrounded. And the smaller one, I'm going to make it into a little writing spot. You know what I didn't get out? Let me grab it. Oh. And I'm just going to use my craft sticker paper to put some writing spots in. So did we say it was 3? I think we did. So I'll just go 2 3/4. Yeah, and then I'm going to want a writing spot there, so just under 3, so I'll do 2 3/4 again. Sorry if I'm off screen. And then probably 2 1/2. No, a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. So just a quick lick of, I say quick lick of paint, bit of ink, because obviously I can't do that once it's down. Well, I could with my tiny brush. And hopefully I'll be able to get these off. Sometimes I don't do very well. So there's the seam. Okay, so that's that one. And that's that one. Could obviously put a little tiny stamp there if you wanted. You know, put scrap paper in there. So that's that. And then might actually try stapling this one. I've never done that. I think it'll give it a nice look. Let's have a look if that would work. So I've put the flap in like so I can see where I want to staple, because I want to catch it enough that there's enough to keep it down kind of thing and keep that in, but not enough to trap this in there. Same as if you was gluing it, you'd glue just under where that paper finishes. So this could go disastrously wrong. No, I think that's fine. Now, I don't want to put more than one staple in. So then you go like that. And then you could either have that stuck down. Yeah, you could leave it open and have a little tag there or whatever. Or there. You can stick it down and open it up. Or it could be popped in a pocket. So that's that one. Then we have this one, obviously. And I'm going to make this one into a scrappy pad. Let's get some paper out. I think the last time I looked in here, I didn't have many scraps left. I've got loads of like little silly pieces, but nothing. Oh, I've got some lined here what I could perhaps use on. I don't really want to tip all this out, but it looks like I'm gonna. Looks like I'm going to. Oh. So what? 3 pieces. Oh gosh, 3 pieces. Needs to be shorter. Yeah, that looks okay. So I'm going to use the trimmer to cut this off. Like so. Put that there. So that would go. Oh no, it needs to be shorter. Oh no, it doesn't. You could actually flip that up. Haha. No, I'd have to need to go just a little bit higher. Otherwise, I'd have to have the staple really low. Let's have a look at that. That would be okay. I'm liking that. So if I wasn't doing lots of things and trying to make them fast, I think I would sew that across with the sewing machine. But because I'm doing this, I'm going to staple it. And I think because it's Tim Holtz, I think having a few staples knocking about is quite acceptable. I've got them quite nice in the crease there. So that's that. And then again, I'm going to see where that paper comes. It's about there. If I've got middle-ish, I think that'll be fine. There we go, a little pad. I like that. Okay, so that's the second thing. What now? Oh, I've got a few variations of, of this one. So first I'm going to straighten it up a bit because it's all cut a bit wonky, and I'm going to be able to use some of the thingamajigs what I made last week, the button things. Now with these flaps, I do want to round these, and I just want to round the big flap. Okay, let's have a look at the rest. That's going to be cut off, so I'll do that now. So I'm going to go hopefully to about there. I hope that's yeah. Okay, so let me straighten this up now. So these pieces are quite wide. Ruler. These are pieces, that's 4 inch, that's 3 3/4, and that's, it's going to be 4 inch by the time I cut it down. Again, these can be done on a smaller scale. Okay, so around these. It's got a tear there. I shall mend that with some washi. Okay, so the only bit I'm going to want to ink beforehand is this bit. Okay, right, let's just move this out of the way. I'm gonna get my things what I made. So these, we don't want the Oh, I mean, we could have the things. I quite like that. Okay, let's think about this. So this one is going to be, they're like envelopes. I don't know what you actually call them. I'd just say a long flapped envelope, but I'm sure there must be an official name. So this would be a double pocket. And I would just glue this to the sides, leave the back empty, so it's got all that length to go down. So I think this one would be good with the button closure, so I can have it top and bottom. This one is quite a lot far down, so if I had one there and there, it's a bit much, whereas here it's a bit more separated, if that makes any sense. But I'm sure you catch my drift. But on this one, I think that would be perfect. Now, do I want it to the side? So funny. It's not going to be the, I don't know the word. So if you wanted this gusseted, you would do a thingy all the way down. We'll do one of them gusseted actually. Right, let's do this one. So it will make it a lot thinner though, that's the only thing. Could do it on this one. But this one's going to be different. Let me just think. I'm going to pause and think. Okay, I've thought. I'm not doing any of these gusseted. But if I was, I would just go down there. And then I would cut that score off to this crease. This off. So all the way down. Keep this one on. And then I would stick it down. So that would give you a little bit more space. But thinking the way that I want to use them and how wide these are to start with, it's not really doable. So that's going to go there. So I'm going to get my awl, and let's say there, hopefully. So pop that through there. Try and open it back up. I think I've got the wrong glasses on. In fact, now I've said it, I know I've got the wrong glasses on. Why is that, Tanya? Is that because you can't see? No, I'll tell you why it is. I've actually bought one of them chains to keep my glasses on, because I'm that sick of wearing the wrong glasses. And I don't know why I keep them all. And the reason I keep them all, it's like I've got last prescriptions in the house and the prescription before, and obviously this prescription. Oh my goodness, this is like... Oh, I'll tell you why, because it had already opened. I'd only got one of them in there. Oh dear, forgive me, please. I've not been up that long. Right, so, moment of truth. Yes. So first, I am going to cover this up. No, first, I'm going to squash. That seems a little bit dangerous. Squash this down as much as possible, because it will just make this bit a little bit tighter. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more awkward, but it doesn't, because you've just seen I can actually do that. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to get the bone folder. Just give this a good burnish at the top. and at the bottom. Right, what I'm looking for is some plain 1 inch circles. And I am going to glue this down. Have I unpaused? Yeah, otherwise I would just be some crazy lady sitting talking to myself. And I can see we're nearly approaching half an hour, so there's no way that we're going to do that pile of stuff. Now I'm feeling like I need to come back again with the second video today, because otherwise how am I going to get through these scraps? It's just not to get it into 4 weeks. Even taking the 6 and 8 inch and the small I don't know, 2x2s, 3x2s and whatever. So we've got that's glued and that's that. So we've got one of those which don't seem to fit. I think I need to cut it down this other side, which is, ooh, I don't know if it'll be fine. It might undo what I've actually glued, but I'd prefer to re-glue it than not be right. No, it's fine. Okay, so that's that piece. Love this. Okay, and I would decorate it like that, and then you could have that bit as a writing space if you wanted to. What else can I say? You can leave that side open, you know the drill. Right, so what have we got here? What am I doing with this one? Oh yes, I remember. Okay, so is it straight on both sides? Yes, it is. I'm going to get some book pages, and you'll have seen me do this a couple of times. I think I've done it in the Roxy challenge, and I think I did it before the Roxy challenge. So I'm going to fold a couple of book pages. Let's say I'll do 3, shall I? Now, I've actually forgotten how to do this, so I'm just winging it. It's one of those things, I always forget how to do it until I'm doing it. And normally I make a mistake and then I go, oh yeah, I know how to do it now. It's one of those. Oh, that's if I can get me papers together. Right, let's pop that over there. So, how wide is this? Is it 3 3/4? No, it's dead on 4. So I want to straighten these up anyway. So that's ripped. Get them together in a different box. So oh, we're miles off 4. So I'll take that all off. And take that off. I didn't look at height. Oh, that's perfect. There's too many perfects going off, isn't there, today? Right, so these will live in here. Now, how do you do it? So do you do... I think you join these together. Do you join them in the middle? Or do you join them at the sides? Because it opens. So there, like that. Oh, I think you do it at the sides. I bet you're going, no you don't. You don't do that. Oh, I wish I could remember these things. I'd be dangerous if I'd got a memory. Right. Is this the way? I think it is. Yeah, because this is going to have to be sealed, because if it wasn't sealed, everything would fall out the sides, wouldn't it? Because these are like single compartments. This envelope thing is left open, so yeah, if these wasn't glued to the side, everything would just fall out. So I think I've got that right. Okay, before I get carried away, well, I'm going to join them, and I'm sure you glue them down the middle, or do you? Yeah, let's go middle. So line those tops up. Okay. Now, before I go any further, I want to put the, I don't think that's going to help, is it? Just putting random glue somewhere. That isn't the way. So let's just have a look. Yeah, that's, I think that's right. Right, so we need to put the button closure on, and we said this was 4, didn't we? So we're going to want a hole at 2. So there is a good place to be. And shall we go there? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 of these. Have I got 2? Oh, that's, don't really go that one. Well, it doesn't not go, but did I only do a couple with those? I thought I did them all with the square ones. There's nothing else in there. There are all those little ones. What's in here? I don't really go. Oh, come on, Tania. Let's just have a quick. Okay, that one's fine. Oh no, it's a different thing. Right, just go for it. I'm still looking, aren't I? I just said go for it. And I'm just giving myself extra time. I mean, that would be perfect. No, don't do that. Just choose one. Okay, that's fine. Right. Oh, I need to make some holes. I've been that long messing about, I've forgot. Is that the mark? I think so. And where's my other one? It's like finding Wally. It's there. Found him. Oh, I only used to love them books. Find Wally. Children are really good at that kind of thing, aren't they? It's probably because they've got better eyesight, actually. That's probably why. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'll go with this one. Yeah, I'd never thought about that, actually. Yeah, it's probably because they've got better eyesight than adults. Yeah, come on. Okay, open that up. Let's find some plainish circle. In fact, I didn't. What's that? Let's do that. Flatten it down so it's not as bumpy. And that one. Okay. Papers. So now, do you put glue down the whole first one, or do you just do it in the middle? Just do it in the middle. Okay. Right. So I'll do that. That a bit quick. I didn't even. Right, before I start messing about going, oh, does it open like this and all the rest of it? Let's get the strings on. Okay. String. Oh, I was going to say, where does string live now? Let's go for this neutral coloured one. Natural. They're all neutral, aren't they? Natural. And I'm going to put this around here. And let's just pull it around a little bit more. You know what I meant to do? I meant to put another disc underneath them. I'll do that on the next one. I don't know if I've left myself enough to knot it again. So I like to double knot them. And you find the ones in the shops come undone. I think the ones that we hand make are a lot more sturdy. She says, is it all forced to bits? Right, so this goes down here. We'll go, yeah, I needed to put another disc on. Round, and then we'll go like that. That's plenty. And we'll cut that off there. So this is Hemp Cord. It is on my Amazon favourites. They do it in different colour sets, but I had I think it's the earthy set. Ta-da! Hey. These amaze me every single time. So that's that. Now, what am I doing next? Okay. So this is going to have a pocket. Is that the pocket? Yeah. And am I going to have the double one here? No, because that would be in the pocket. So I would have it there. I would wrap it around. Yes, okay. Right, let's do this. I'm going to put this one behind it. Have I got a plain one? I wonder what these white seals would look like behind it, just poking. Oh, I quite like that. Let's ink these out. These are from a kit from the Paper Cameo. I think she has these in quite a few of her kits, and they look pretty realistic. But yeah, I'm just going to use it behind. I like that. So let's get a thingy in here and put it on so I don't forget. I'm not gluing it on. Okay, right, so is this 4? Yeah, so we want 2. So back that. Let's go through that. Okay. Let's pop this through. These legs seem quite... these are the ones from AliExpress, but I like them because they're square ones. But yeah, the legs aren't very strong at all. Oh, I love that. Right, I'm going to remember to do this first. Okay, let's get... I'll use that because you'll see it. Pop that there. Let's just put a bit of ink around it. So I hope you don't mind 2 videos. I'm going to say, obviously don't have to watch them. But please do. So that's that. That's going to go, yeah. So we need to get this pocket in first. So I'm going to ink the top, and I'm going to ink, I think I've already inked that, ink the top of there. And I'm going to see where to put my pocket. So we'll go there. So I'm just going to lift that up. Yep. Oh, Oh, I need to washi tape that as well. Okay. Why? I could do it on there. The only reason I do that is so I put that dot there and then I know that this top corner, that's where it wants going. And that's how I remember, you know, the height. Because as soon as I've took it away, then I totally forget. Right. Super. I don't know if that's straight. I'm gonna... I didn't glue the bottom, did I? No, because I wasn't supposed to. Okay, put that up. So, go like that. And let's do this. Give myself a bit longer. So I'm going to put the string between the two. I don't know why you do that. I don't know. I don't really. I'm not that confident with these button things. I've only really just started doing them. At first I thought there was an absolute nightmare. So I've got as far as I don't think they're a nightmare. But yeah, I'm still a bit ooh about it. Alright, let's cut that off. Lovely. And so we're going to go round. And we'll go like that. We'll go round a couple of times. No, we won't. Okay. So... we'll go like that. So I think that's okay. And then obviously, well, you don't have to have it stuck to a page, but if you had it stuck to a page, I would then put some tape across there. So because that is broken, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put this craft tape. This isn't the framer's tape. And I'm guessing craft tape and framer's tape is the same thing. I think framer's tape is more expensive because, you know, we're probably the, you know, people who don't know what they're buying, they tend to put the price up, don't they, kind of thing. But yeah, it's, as far as I think, it's just this craft tape, and I think it was a couple of pounds less than the framer's tape. So I've added this to my Amazon favourites too. So that's another. So we've made 3 of those, we've made 2 of the Matchbox things, and we've done some easy pockets. So these are going to be quick. So let's do these. How wide are we? Maybe. Let's, so they're all really small scraps that I've got. I mean, I've got the lined paper, but kind of saving that. I don't know what for, but that could. I might do a staggered one, just for the fact of I've not got any wide enough. Oh. Okay. How wide are they? Well, yeah, thin as well. Right, let's have a look. One at a time, Tania. Okay. So, are any of these wide enough? No. This one, it's fine because I think that's too wide. Yeah. So let's go thinner. And okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Ready or not? Here I come. Right, so let's just Find some scissors in the madness. Oh, I need to get my lid back on my ink. So this is just going to be a really small notebook. I'm going to round the corners because I think it looks cute on little notebooks. So let's get the middle. And I'm just going to pull 1 ounce as wide as it and the other as wide as the other side. Okay. Stapler. And 1, 2. And I'm just going to pop this back in. Oh. And let's just get my big scissors. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got a little pad. Okay, that's that one. Time are we on? 46. Right, I could do this the same, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I could use them and just cut it smaller, because do I want it as tall as that? No, I don't think I do. That was just the size of the piece that I had. So I got another wideish. Oh, they're even wider. Oh. Right, let's staple that. Let's put that lid on. Let's move dangerous pointy tools. And I'm just going to put 1 in the middle. And I'm going to use the trimmer. And I'm just gonna go like that, and go like that, and it looks as if this side just wants a smidgen. Okay, so we've got a little pad. Right, I'm going to pause for 1 tick. I just need to clear the decks and think if I can do one more thing. I'm doing a lot of this, aren't I? One more thing before the end. See you in a tick. Okay, instead of doing 2 videos, I'm just going to use these up. I'll do these in next time's video, because these are probably going to take 1 video. And then I'll do what I can the week after the last week with these, and then I shall probably continue once the challenge is over. I shall then just call it using your scraps, and I shall just continue with it until I start. Well, and then I'll decorate them all, and then we can start making actual, you know, journals and so forth. So I just did this with 1 strip because you kind of need, well, I mean, you can do this in any size, but with the paper being quite thick, it was better with this kind of size. So I would say this is probably, what, 1.5, 2, oh, 2.5, September. So I made these in a Tina Mass Make, and I'm just going to glue this down. You don't have to glue this bit down, but I prefer it glued down. Okay, I'm going to give it a good squash down. And then fold this one up and this one up, and then you've got a little envelope. And you can obviously stick this on your page. I'm going to keep it clipped because it will then learn to stay shut. And then down here I would put, and I've just this minute put it away, that paper to write on. So that's another one with kind of long, thin strips. So these are going to be the library pockets, ungusseted, and then these are going to be gusseted. Reason being, these are wider, which will allow that gusset. These are quite thinner, so it won't. It would if I wanted it thinner, but I think if I'd put ½ an inch on these, they're not going to be very good pockets. So, do I want them rounded? I don't. A lot of things for Tim Holtz, using Tim Holtz, I like to keep unrounded. So I just think it gives just a more of a masculine feel. I've said it before, I think the curviness for me feels more feminine. So I like a bit of a mixture with Timmy. So I think that would be not very good that way. I don't want his head there. Maybe I'm going to have to. Yeah. I'll just do a smaller doobie-doo. I've just had to put a lot in during, you've probably noticed. And so I'm starting to get quite croaky. I could talk less, but what would the fun be in that? Okay, so that's that. I don't feel like I've really talked. I think I've just been, because it's been quite fast paced, I've obviously just been talking about what I'm making. I don't think I've really waffled. Okay. So that's 3 of those. And then these ones. Now I'm gonna go ½ inch because let's go that one. What's that? 3/8. Is that? I can't see. I've told you I haven't. I've got the wrong glasses on. So I think that's 3/8. I mean, yeah, 1/4 I think could be a bit hard to fold. Well. Okay. Oh dear, Tania. So, I'm having it that way, am I? That's a bit tall. Am I really having it that way? No. Let's be having it that way. I was say that was a tall pocket. So, everything from there upwards, I'm going to cut off. I'm going to pause to do that. Uh, 3/8. 3/8. Obviously this is too long. I need to address that before I pause and cut. I should have done it before I thingied, but I shall carry on. So these, as you can see, are a variety of sizes. I'm guessing some are as tall as 12 inch. Right, let's get this out of the way and let's pull the trimmer out. So that's going to go there. There. So I want the back to come about there. Yeah. going to go there, and I want the back there. That's that one. I think that back's fine. And take that off. So I'm going to pause, and I'm going to cut these off to that bend. Okay, I feel like my phone's going to overheat. I've just felt it, so I'd hate to chance it. So I've cut them like that. I've gone upwards like that, so can either glue them like that, or you can get them and go to the back, whichever you prefer. Now, some of these, what I've cut the backs off, I'm going to make into another pocket, or I'm going to cut them diagonal and do it into a tuck. So this is what we've made. Got a big stash of stuff, and I shall see you next week for another scrap busting. See you soon. Bye.